this out of the way first. There, that's good. A little bit more motion on the camera. Hello, everybody. Welcome back again to a painting stream on the Warboss Fitz channel. Sorry, I am moving everything around like I normally do. Because I get everything set up and then I go live and then everything changes. So here we go. Let me make sure that's set the right way. Okay. We are painting tonight the Crimson Wing deck set Honor Guard plus the character they have here. See, this guy here is like their stand-in Dante. And what I've done is I've done a gray base coat and a white zenithal highlight, top down and everything. And let's just get to it. So, these are going to be gold. I'm going to use 6 colors today. They are over there. We're going to use glittering gold, hard leather, grim black. We're going to use that silver metallic color, pallid bone, and blood red. Because, you know, blood angel proxies. And these are going to be part of the Blood Brothers for OPR that I got coming up. That I'm recording this weekend, and you guys are going to see on the next weekend. So we're going to start off with the darkest color first. Let's go ahead and start with Grim Black. Cool minis, where'd you find them? These are from Deca. These are the Crimson Wing set that just came out not too long ago. So let's move them back. Let's start here. And just camera. There we go. You're welcome. So let's go for the longer skinny brush here. We're just going to go through and we're going to hit all the vents and all the piping to start with. And hopefully I don't get too crazy with the gold. So how is everybody doing tonight? On this wonderful Thursday night, live stream night. Okay, that's all I got. Okay, I'll take it. Oh, wait, nope, that's not all I got. They do have a little bit of cabling under their arms. Okay, that's all I got. It gives me painting some orc boys. Awesome. Awesome. There's always time to paint more orc boys. I'm still waiting for One Page's Rules orc release. I'm all geared up, ready for them. Shouldn't be too much longer now. Sup, Ironcaster? How you doing tonight? Yep, my favorite army too. Finding motivation is harder than actually sitting down and doing it. My Well, I got everything set to such a schedule in my head that, I come home from work and I sit down, and then on nights where I don't wait for a live stream, like I'll sit down and be like, "Oh crap, I got stuff to do." I'll tell you what, that's 90% of the reason why I paint so much is that I'm motivated to paint so much because I got stuff to paint because I got the YouTube channel. If not, like I would just sit back and be like, "Oh, forget it." Awesome, you got a 3D printer. Awesome. So I like to hear people out there printing their stuff instead of buying it from other companies. It's now a room of shame. Yeah, that'll happen. I remember when I first got my printer, I wanted to print all the things. So I was printing like Battlefleet Gothic ships, and I was painting epic minis, and I was printing like 2 or 3 different 40K armies. I even printed. Uh, I printed Chaos Dwarfs. They didn't even exist in Fantasy or Age of Sigmar. I was like, I want Chaos Dwarfs. I have a printer. I can do it. And then that turned into the Havoc Dwarf army that I have. It was so long ago. I don't remember which came first. Was it me? I don't remember if I got a printer first and then started doing OPR, or if I started doing OPR and then got a printer. I think I got the printer first. My old Anycubic Photon. Yeah, that'll happen. Once you have the means of production, you go, I want to produce all the things. And once you figure it out to where it becomes easy for you, then it's like, oh no. Starting off going, I'm going to save so much money. The next thing you know, you're 20 liters of resin deep going, I don't know if I saved any money. All right, so that's it for the black on these. This little swoosh. A Saturn IV Ultra, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's why I'm kind of happy that I'm still on a Mars 2 Pro, because if I had anything bigger, I would just print more, and then just run out of room down here. I'm already kind of pushing it. And actually do some hardened leather for those tassel things. They got, what are they called? The half tabards. I don't know. What are those called again? These pieces here? Probably butchering it is probably an easy word that I should know. What am I doing? Put on the thing. So yeah, if you can't tell, the next army I'm recording is with the Blood Brothers. So that's what these are going to be for. Yeah, tabards. Oh, I think tabards are like a full. Like if I did that, it'd be the tabard. Oh, we'll call them butt flaps. Tarouges. Okay. So yeah, like I said, this is going to be for the Blood Brothers, and then this week there's actually going to be two Blood Brothers games. Because I had a friend that is local here, James showed up, and he was like, "Hey Fitz, I want to run Blood Brothers. Tell me how I could do that." I'm like, "Okay." And then we had that set up for a while, and then these guys came up on the wheel. So this week you're going to get two Blood Brothers games. There's going to be one with him, where he is a lot more. He's a lot more competitive minded than I am. So his list is definitely a lot harder hitting than the one I put together. Mine's mostly, mine is mostly, the theme of everyone has a jump pack and, you know, speed, where his was like everybody has a fist and everyone has AP4. So, I mean, viable strategy. But the thing is, another thing going on there. Oh, we're moving on to glittering loot now for the armor. Another thing about the game this week is that I've run the Alien Hives, the one with the Synapse Tyrant. I feel like I've run them enough. I feel like something else should fight the rest of the Blood Brothers, or this army of Blood Brothers. Because James fought this army of Blood Brothers. And we're going to do something a little crazy. Instead of water, we're going to put one drop of Flow Aid in here. We're going to see if that makes a difference. Let's just crack on with it. I mean, that's pretty good justification. Go with Eternal Dynasty. Yeah. Well, that's the thing is I don't have 2,000 points of Eternal Dynasty. Last time I ran that, I was still running those at like 1,500 points. And I haven't made any more since because they just haven't come up yet. Yeah, Eternal Dynasty. That was like one of the first videos I did way back. Yeah, the Eternal Dynasty book is pretty cool. I have not had a chance to like sit down and actually read it yet. Hell, I still haven't sat down and read all the Duchy's book. I know I'm a bad YouTuber. I should be all over it than jumping on here making clickbait videos. Wizard Con in Kalamazoo next weekend. I did not know there was a Wizard Con in Kalamazoo. Is that like this coming weekend or the next weekend after it? Oh, Ironcaster, you're in Flint, huh? Okay, so if it's not this weekend, if it's coming weekend, I didn't have plans, but I can, you know what? I can definitely hop over to Kalamazoo and go check out what's going on over there. Is there going to be any like you guys going to have any OPR stuff going on? Like, should I bring a tournament list? Hmm. It's definitely something I'll be looking into once we hop off of here. Skirmish and more. Well, we kind of fall into the and more category. Awesome. Yeah, like I said, I'll go pop in there for a day. See what's going on. Okay, I think the gold on that one is in there. Okay, gold is done on that one. Awesome. Wait, just as I say that, I see the inside of the shoulder pad. Check the other one. Okay, we're good. One. Let's see here. Who was saying that? Oh, I got sidetracked. Uh, Ironcaster. So you're up in Flint, huh? Well, I'll tell you what. I am always looking for more people that know how to play OPR that are in the uh, Flint, Fenton, Howell corridor. So if you ever want to get froggy and play a game, just send me an email over to warbossfitz at gmail.com. I'll see if we can set something up. Okay, cool. Well, thanks for hopping on, anyways. But yeah, well, if you want to learn how to play OPR, you could drop me a line. And you're in Grass Lake. I see. Even though I've been in Michigan for 10 years, I have no idea where anything is. Where is what's Grass Lake close to? Okay. On I-94. Okay. That's not terribly far away. Well, offers open to you too. If you want to swing by the garage, you can see how low budget my whole operation is. Where have I missed the Battle Creek? Oh, okay. Okay. Seeing as I'm like the OPR ranger for around this part, I should set up like a tournament or something. Problem is, I got nowhere to host it really. All of my all my local game stores have closed down. Oh, it would definitely be silly. Definitely be something along those lines. Um, I'll tell you what. Like using the flow improver, I don't really feel a difference on the model. Where I feel the biggest difference is here in the palette. It feels slipperier in the palette, if that makes sense. I know I'm using very artistic sounding words here. Have you tried Horus Heresy? Been playing OPR, but have recently fallen back to Horus Heresy. The depth of the game, the demons, the models is more than just Space Marines and Marines. Um, I have not played Horus Heresy in a good long time. Um, and like what I just said about my local stores closing down, I don't have anyone around me that I know that plays Horus Heresy. So, I mean, I played 7th edition 40k, and that's pretty much that's what the rules were last time I played it. I missed the hinge. Oh my god, I did. There we go. Thank you. And the inside there. Thank you for calling that one out. Yeah, I've heard that it's very popular in Australia. It's kind of I don't know. I thought it was weird that you guys picked up on Horus Heresy. Probably just because the recasts are cheaper. Um, yeah, years ago, I got into Heresy. I was running the Mechanicum. And when I got out of it, it wasn't very popular. At least everywhere I've been, it hasn't been that popular. So when I built my full Heresy Mechanicum army and I was sitting there with my stuff ready to play, everyone was like, "Why? Why don't you just play 40k?" So I even got the big thick black books. I think I got all the way to number 4, and then between 4 and 5, that's where I quit. Okay, for the priming, normally I just do it's a gray primer, and it's just a spray can primer. And then on these, I did a zenithal of a wasn't white. It was like a cream color over the top of it. Now I normally just dry brush white over the gray, but I don't know what possessed me this time. I was like, I keep hearing this zenithal thing. I'm gonna try it out, and here we are. Yeah, I love the concept of the Horse Heresy game. I love that it uses the old rule sets, but I've just never found a gaming group that like actually does it. Everyone was always whatever the current Games Workshop, whatever the current 40k rule set are. That's what we do. Okay. And even trying to get people to play other games. I always got like, even when I was down in Florida and I had like the larger gaming groups, I was always able to get them like 3 or 4 guys to play different games with me, but it was always temporary. Like they would always just go right back to 40k like after a month or two. That and then, of course, we're all getting old. We all got other stuff to do. That's why. That's why you see 90% of the time it's Uncle C on the videos with me. Because he wasn't even a war gamer when we started this. Like he wanted me to teach him how to play 40K because he liked the concept of it. He liked the models, and he always saw the stuff that I did. Yeah, that's the thing that happens in 40K, just in every edition in general. But yeah, so I tried to teach Uncle C how to play 40K, but then he likes to refer to himself as disability check retarded. So he was not quite able to grasp 40K, or he'd get real frustrated with the game. And then once we started playing one-page rules, he was like, "Oh, he was in." All right. Yeah, I started playing ninth, and then just bailed out like after the first year of ninth. I was done. Like I had my orcs. I love my orcs, and that's where they had the. I think it was eighth when they had the buggy thing. Your local 3D printer costs print charges more than recast. Wow. Wow, he's making some bank. Because I tell you what, these guys here cost me about 15 cents a piece. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I bailed out halfway through ninth because it was orcs were just getting their, were just sucking. I can see that, yeah. And it was the thing that fully made me just absolutely dump 40K was the Imperial Guard Codex. I can't remember. I think it was ninth. It might have been eighth. I don't know. It's been long enough now to where my timeline might be screwed up. But it was where they took away um, they took away the massive infantry wave because I had printed out and painted 300 Imperial Guardsmen, and that's my big Human Defense Force thing that I showed off my short video where it goes I can stop at any time. That was what I printed out for 40K, and by the time I got it done, got it printed and painted, they killed off that entire play style. Good evening, Stephen. Yes, Australia, you guys really get screwed by GW prices. Like they're still mad about the whole penal colony thing, it must be. Yeah, we ain't dropping $800 per. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. 40K. You think that's the timeline you're playing it? Nah, that's how much money you got to spend. I'm going to use this thing here to kind of tilt my palette to pull all the paint on one side so it doesn't feel. So I don't want to put any more in there because we're almost done with this color. Yeah, that was it. Conscript spam. That's what I was trying to run. So yeah, that went away in ninth. So it must have been from 8th to 9th. Oh, this brush is almost on. Well, this brush is already on its last leg. Look at how flayed it's getting. That's all right though. That's all right though. It's just a color blocker. A little bit of water, a little twist. There, it's mostly back. Yeah, I think that's a lot of people that come in to play OPR. A lot of them, I want to say a lot of us are dead gamers. Like guys that did play 40K, went away for a while and then came back, were completely lost trying to play 40K. And that's when, you're mature enough, you go, hey, there's other games out there. Let me see what I can find. And you stumble on one-page rules. And a lot of us get here and get stuck. Or get stuck in. At least that's what happened to me. It costs about 400 pounds. Is that the big? Is that the big Tau suit? I'm not very up to date with my Tau suit numbers. Or is that the is it the flamethrower one? Okay, it's the big. Okay, so 400 pounds. As crazy as it sounds, yeah, 400 pounds sounds about right. Yeah, what's funny though is I think I've seen back when I was playing in like 8th and ninth. I think I did see a lot of those suits on the board. Oh, what was that? Hold on a second. Stand by. Okay, cool. Thought that was my boss texting me to go to work. Because I am on call tonight, technically, but Normally this time of year, it's nice and quiet. That was me getting your email. All right. Oop. Drop him right on his face. And now we're over to character guy. Tell you what, I'm starting to get impatient waiting on these OPR orcs. About to send Tano a message and be like, "Where orc?" I like the Wraith Knights. Okay. You mean the Forge World Wraith Knights? Yes, I'm gonna go on the rampage for some orcs. Where where are my orcs, Tano? Yeah, good night, Steve. Oh. Hello, Robert. Thank you for reporting in. So you can't ship World War II Germans to Brazil because they have swastikas. Oh, that's an interesting problem I didn't know existed. That's the Eldar Revenant Titan. Oh, how much do one of those cost nowadays? right. Well, you have a great night. We'll see you later. 230 pounds. Okay. Well, it never sounds that bad when you put it in pounds. Pounds of gold or silver. Yeah, I swear this stuff is getting so expensive. It's like the same price of its own weight in silver. Okay. Now that we've sloshed the gold everywhere, and I can see the spots where it went over things that I didn't want it to go over, but that's okay, because when we do the oil wash later on, everything is going to mellow out. Everything will settle where it needs to settle. So now we're gonna do the wings. We're gonna do the wings in some pallid bone. Ooh, this one's almost empty. I know I got another one over there somewhere. Almost, that is empty. All right, to the garbage. But we got some out. We got some out. Then we will once again put, I don't know, I kind of like this. One dot of flow improver. Yeah, it kind of looks like poop right now. But again, like I said, the oil wash will just go into all those slots. And it'll suck right into those corners. So all this will end up looking good. Hopefully. That's what I tell myself at least. Sometimes when I think things don't look great, I always got to tell myself, trust the process. You know what you're doing. So I essentially got to lie to myself, right? Oh, I missed that. Hey, as the War Boss, have you seen the designs they're coming out with for the OPR orcs? Yes, I have. And yes, I've talked about it. I said I can't wait to get my hands on them. I need to send OPR message. Where orc? You said orcs. I have no orcs. What the hell? Oh, so did they say they officially pushed them back to next month? Or are we still expecting like a mid-month release of the first ones? See, bright comes to mind. Yeah. Yeah, I'm flirting with the idea of not painting them green. They look like they might be good a different color. Have I? What was that? Have you done reviews on tools under a different name voice? No. Um. No. Um. Maybe a few hobby tools here and there, but nothing. Nothing like that. Nothing like tools. Which is funny because my real life, like my day-to-day job, is I'm in a I can't talk. I'm the maintenance supervisor for an apartment complex. So I definitely use a lot of tools every day. And someone actually told me you should do a YouTube channel on maintenance stuff. I'm like, I just wouldn't. What is a wing honor guard? Well, these are, yeah, hobby tools. That might have been in the really early days. I can't remember any. I can't remember any that I did, but I think I've done a few. Okay, but these are from the Crimson Wing set. Oop, let me put it on camera. That Deka just came out with, not too long ago. They didn't like just come out, but not too long ago they came out with these, and this is the squad called the Honor Guard inside the Crimson Wing set, and so I'm going to be using them as my Blood Brothers, and I think they're called Honor Guard and Blood Brothers, or they're called something similar. All right, now. Now, just to kind of make them gel with the rest of the army. The rest of the army, I did the armor red, and so I couldn't do the little chapter badge red, so I did it silver. So for these, we're doing that silver. We're doing the faceplate silver. Then we're going to do the spikes silver. All right. Ta-da. Like I said, oil wash will give everything depth. At least I'm hoping. So for this guy, it's going to be this. And then this. As I realized I'm off camera. Notice I do that a lot. I drift as I paint. Symbol. And I really like this Vallejo Game Color Metallic because it's got like 100% coverage. Whatever you put this on, it is turning silver. Yeah, I've had a lot of people say my voice sounds like a lot of different things. Like I had someone said I sounded like Wargamer Fritz, which he's been around for forever. And then someone said I sounded like there. Apparently, there's a gamer named Fitz that people said I sounded like. Nope. With a strap on the boots, like this strap here. Got a little bit of his eye, but it's okay. It's recessed enough. I have not tried the Vallejo Express. Might have to get a couple and try it out. No, above the toe. Oh, that's not a strap. That's just like another armor plate. We'll keep that gold for now. It's gonna be all. It's gonna be all weathered out. The Sabaton. The Sabaton. Nah, I'll keep that gold for now just because I know it's going to be all. It's going to be all dinged up when I get done. Because I'm going to do the oil wash, and then after that, that's when I do the bases. I've never had good luck with the Rust-Oleum metallics. Every time I've used them, they kind of turn, was it hydrophobic? And so the any paint I put on after I do the metallics from Rust-Oleum, it just doesn't want to stick. Could just be me though. Yep. All right. So now we got to do the pistols, and then I want to do the rest of his little cloak there red. Let's do this. Let's clean this up. I have no idea about the gloss black under metallics. I don't know. Honestly, I don't do much metallics. Like not on this scale, at least. Ooh, burnt orange, rust-colored skin. That actually sounds good. That sounds real good. That sounds real. I might steal that from you. Okay, so for this axe, all right. Instead of doing the really shiny one, the really shiny silver, we're gonna go for broadsword silver. I'm gonna push all these guys out of the shot because the camera keeps deciding to focus on them. Modular Orca, he makes some good orcs though. Definitely makes some good orcs. The list I made not too long ago where I had 100 orc boys in the army, I wanted to use modular orca orcs, but they're so modular. They had so many pieces. It was going to be like 900 pieces to put that together, and I was just, I was not looking forward to that. So I went with Mizak. There's the ball. Okay, yeah, this is a new-ish bottle of blood red because I used the last of my old one on the other guys for this army. Okay, let's see if I can get this in there without screwing everything up. All right, that came out pretty good. All right. Do 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 do. Touch this for this. Yeah, that was the thing. I was doing a whole shoot boys army. It was 90 shooter boys, 6 specialists, um, four, four, 4 heroes, and then 20 goblins. It really, ugh, it just, ugh. All right. So now pistols and this guys are done. The rest of them I just did black, so let me just do black. And then I'll show off the rest of the guys. They are very much. A lot of them don't look great, but I know that the oil wash will fix that. Awesome. Well, glad that I can inspire. This we're just blasting through this black, so camera might focus on my knuckles, but we'll be through it in just a second. Okay, and then all right, so that is the honor guard, at least as far as I'm going to go with them right now before I do the oil wash. And unfortunately, the oil wash that I do takes about 8 hours to finish up, so we're not going to be able to do it on stream. But it's going to add a whole lot of depth to the gold, and it's going to get into all the details and all the cracks and everything. It's going to do what an oil wash does. So let's. Oh, I got an armload of. How did that happen? Got an armload of silver. Dang it. So let's look at some of the other characters here. We got this guy, who is like a chaplain for them. He's one of the special characters. He's going to be leading the Murder, Death, Kill brothers. And then the other one I got is he's just like a lieutenant model. So he's got big boy sword. And then, like I said, the oil wash is going to get in there and just detail out that red. Because that is just speed paint red. And then we got the Murder, Death, Kill brothers. Ta-da. 15 of those. Did you have to wash these before painting to remove the releasing agent? They're 3D printed, so I had to definitely had to wash them. All my stuff gets washed in acetone. And then here are the regular brothers. And like I said, that red is going to be all popped out with the oil wash, which I'm going to go ahead and set that up for tomorrow so that these guys are done by Friday. And then for the bases, it's going to be dirt bases. I'm going to be using some burnt umber with highlights of khaki and some other stuff. And then I'll show you a preview. Zoom it out. Zoom out. There we go. A preview of next week. We're doing High Elves. And for some reason, I decided I wanted to do a whole bunch of phoenixes. So here is one of them. So as you can tell, the base is still wet. I just put the dirt on there while I was waiting for the stream to start. But here's one of the phoenixes. It's going to be one of the character phoenixes. So we got that big one. Then, oh, come here. Here's another one with a character attached to it, and I gotta add in some more greebling to the base here, so I can hide that. But here's the other character phoenix, and there'll be quite a few smaller phoenixes. Well, 3, because that's as many as I'm allowed to bring. Yeah. Here's a normal size phoenix. Very, very much of a difference there. Then we got a whole lot of phoenix troops. Ta-da. Ta-da. Phoenix troops. And actually, there's another. I got 3 more birds, 3 eagles in the army, which I forgot to print. So I got to go back and print those because I'm already starting on the next Grimdark army. I'm the first one's coming off the plates right now. I actually hear the machine ramping up, meaning that it's done. But after these guys, we're going to be doing plague demons. So I already have a plague demon army, but I had to expand it another 500 points, and then of course I had to change all kinds of stuff. So it's going to have flies, fly riders, and then it's going to have harbingers, and it's going to have all kinds of fun stuff. Yeah. Anything else up here? No, that's about it. So that's all I got for you guys tonight. Thanks for hanging out with me on this Thursday night live stream, and you'll be able to see these guys on the board in not this weekend, but next weekend, where hopefully I should be at WizardCon, checking everything out there over in Kalamazoo. So I hope you guys had fun watching, and I hope you're having fun playing OPR wherever you are, and I'll talk with you later. Good night.